Works for me.
The tiki torches that they snuffed out on 5 minutes.
Oh God, same.
Oh.
Never been reignited.
How long do you think before we prime today?
I don't know. Well, because a lot of
When I
the
started watching last week, you guys were primed, and then the rest of the episode you weren't primed.
Interesting. Because I know when we have more than one guest, we go through the webcam's audio, but it's also going through that audio as well. I have both of them going. So we'll just see.
I'm gonna cheer.
Chair it, man. Chair it.
Do you want to start a watch party?
Chair it and cherish
I
it.
accidentally started a watch.
I don't know. It just automatically says me to do it.
AJ's sucking me right now.
Oh,
So
nice.
Long and hard.
Very nice. Try.
I shares it.
I shared it too. I don't know. It just automatically says me to do it.
Oh, yep, I see it. I see all the dicks. Like, hey, they sucked our dicks too.
Yeah, but mostly me.
Why are we?
Yeah, he did.
People are asking the D. I'm like,
AJ,
oh, I mean, yeah.
good old. I mean, yay. Just kidding. We're glad you're here, AJ, and you too, Alex. We see you.
Man, Tyler shows up and the
Yeah.
party starts.
And now we got Tyler's wife, Skylar, watching finally again. You bringing that shit here? That's okay.
Always
Collusion.
Use your collusion.
All right, we ready? Let's record this shit.
I want to say this real quick. This started an hour ago, but House of Representatives set to vote on 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump. If passed, Trump will be the 3rd president in history to be impeached.
Nice.
So when will that be?
Today.
Yeah.
There's a possibility that the Orange Man is impeached today. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things that
On this podcast?
That's one of the things that I brought to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he can be impeached, but I don't think he's getting removed from office.
I mean, we'll see.
I mean,
I mean,
McConnell's already.
the last Trump or the last president that got impeached for getting his dick sucked in the Oval
Yeah.
Office. So he got removed from office.
He wasn't removed.
I mean,
He served the rest of his term. He was a lame duck, but he served.
he also fucks children. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, he does.
No one believed me until now. Weird.
It's weird.
Everyone should-
Epstein dies, and all of a sudden,
Everyone should die.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
Oh man. Ooh, that's tasty.
Stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come.
what is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcast for You, episode 120. I'm your host, Dick, and today, joining us, he's back. Daddy's back.
Papa Bear's here and he brought us honey.
Tyler!
Daddy's home.
Hello.
It's been a while since I've had both of you on here. It's been
This is
so
Yeah.
long.
This is like a better version of that shitty Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg movie, Daddy's Home, where the more handsome and funny guy is a part of the thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I like Will Ferrell's funny and Mark Wahlberg's funny too, and he's fucking he is zesty.
Mark Wahlberg is quite funny.
He's
But,
a zesty man.
but I think if you combined Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, the fat bearded man on the couch right here in front of you would be the results of that merging.
I see.
So
I see.
Makes
Like-
sense.
it's like the Powder Puff Girls, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice, and everything nice. Oh no, Chemical X. That's me.
Chemical X.
Chemical X is
Mhm.
Tyler. Very nice. I'm so glad you're here.
Powder
When you messaged us, or when you messaged the group chat last night, you were like, Dick, what's the plan tomorrow? I'm like, I don't. What plan? What? I'm doing the show at 5:30, probably till 7ish. Perfect. I'm like, did Tyler just basically tell me he's gonna be on the show?
You talked about it last week about doing the guest sign up sheet on Facebook,
Yeah.
and I thought about doing it that way, but I was like,
That would have been
effort.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
effort.
Here, I brought a lot of things to talk about today. Kind of my year in review.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to talk some Star Wars and the articles of impeachment.
Yes.
The Orange Man.
The CHOTUS.
The CHOTUS. The Antichrist. However you want to label that man.
I don't want to call him the Antichrist. That gives him way too much credit.
That's very true.
Voted on today. So that's like.
But unfortunately, I don't see him getting removed because Mitch McConnell has already straight up said, yeah, we're going to work with the White House to make sure that, and like, I'm not going to be impartial. I'm not going to be impartial. It's like, dude, that is literally the oath you're going to take as a juror in this,
Right.
to be impartial. Nope, not going to happen. And I'm going to say it. That's an impeachable offense itself.
Yes.
It's true.
Good job.
Also, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Hey guys. Just wanna
You
say
had
I
a
was
great
here.
weekend.
What?
You had a great weekend.
I did have a great weekend.
Dave and the Linders kicked ass.
I hate the name, but thank you.
Why don't you guys just workshop it and change your name to something?
Now it's
I think
official.
It's set,
It's
No,
set in stone
it's,
now.
pretty official.
Why don't you just make it something cooler,
I would love to.
like Night Ranger?
Yeah, it's now Night Ranger.
But
Actually, the Lone Rangers.
We are the Lone Rangers.
we are the Night Ranger. That's the whole.
No, you guys kicked ass. You're
Thank you.
I think tied for first place with the other band, the Fart Foundation.
Fart Foundation was great.
Fart Foundation was fucking fantastic. You guys were fantastic. I don't
Thank
know who
you.
to like more. You guys were definitely the most interesting.
I had to work, so I wasn't there.
You can see it on the Facebook if you'd like.
It's there.
I did. Watch
They had a
it.
saxophone.
I know. I saw.
It was very.
That's like the best part, my favorite part.
It was very saxophony.
It was saxophonalicious.
Yes. And you.
You're like 10 wind instruments away from being a ska band.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
We joked about that, like we need way more wind instruments for this, but
Need some horns. Where's my horn section? Get some French horns in this bitch.
quick side note about a French horn. I once saw a ska punk band in a basement in Chicago, and their entire horn section was like jammed in the corner of the basement.
Yeah.
And there was a girl with a French horn, and I swear to God, she played like 3 notes for their like half-hour set.
But hey, she killed those 3 notes.
She
for
did.
fucking
She was
30
there.
She did.
She was there. You know, that's all you need to
It's
be
like
for a
the
ska
sign
fan.
language
It's there.
interpreters the last couple
Yeah.
concerts we went to. Just fucking killing it, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Killing it for the people they're doing it for.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough that they can't hear the energy coming from the stage,
They can feel
but
it.
they can see that
Yep.
in the interpreter.
They can feel it in their bones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe their
Covered
penis.
with
Yeah.
Skin
Skins.
covers the bones.
Skins. Their skins.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah, I figured this would be a doozy coming back.
It's been a while since we've had a doozy.
Well, it's like I've really appreciated the sabbatical that I've been on, just because I don't like time management is something that I'm really anal about. And I've
No,
spent-
same.
And I've spent like the majority of my 20s to find like the good home and work, like life and work balance. And then last year's school year just mentally drained me. It was a fucking roller coaster of emotions all year long. And then, you know, I just flat out told you at the beginning of the school year, like, I can't do it again. I can't do that again.
Yeah.
So you allowed me to, graciously allowed me to go on sabbatical. And life has been pretty good this year for me.
Good.
It's good.
I've got to spend more time with friends, not necessarily more time with you, which is unfortunate.
It's been a giant bummer.
But, you know, hopefully Q1 of 2020 we can change that a little bit.
I hope so.
I'm going to work like 90 hours each week the next 2 weeks to kickstart my big mood for 2020.
Ooh, got a big mood.
Because, like, 2019 has been another shit show of a year. I celebrated 10 years of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
10 years.
Nice.
I
Congratulations.
have been with the same woman. We went and watched a bar full of people fucking murder themselves with tequila on Friday. Which was nice. It's 6:30 in the evening. We got home, we showered, we changed, we got ready, we left. It's like we're gonna go and we're gonna have a few drinks and it's just gonna be us. And it doesn't have to be loud and we don't have to fucking, I gotta work the next day, so we're not out there to turn up.
No.
We're gonna celebrate the fact that we've put up with each other for 10 years. Which, if anyone knows me, you have to put up with me because I am a one-of-a-kind breed.
It's true.
I am a specimen, and that's not a good thing. But there was a table right next to us, and it is legitimately 6:30 in the evening, and they're buying fucking themselves, the whole bar, shots of tequila.
Oh my
And
God.
There was a one of the guys at the table. He's like, "Shit, man, another shot of tequila? Do you realize it's 6:30 p.m.?" Like to the whole bar, and they had to fucking drink themselves to death. Because when we were leaving, they were still doing shots of tequila.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
The fucking server was doing shots of tequila with them.
The entire bar is dead.
At one point, he fucking does a shot, sets it down on the table, does his lime and stuff, turns around to us, and he's like, "Can I get you guys anything else?" I could taste the tequila in the air from his breath.
Tequila
Breath.
is a spicy
From his
air.
breath with two F's. But it's like I have really, really, really tried to see more people that I don't get to see a lot.
Yeah.
Brandon and I have got to hang out a couple times this year, which is more than we normally get to hang out. Got to see some juicy concerts. Got to see Tool.
Yeah. Yeah, you
which was
did.
fucking-
Nice.
Man, it was great.
Nice.
Check that one off the bucket list, and then
I remember hearing that recap on JIC.
hopefully they come. They're doing a West Coast tour. Basically like late winter, early spring, and then if Maynard doesn't fucking fully go off the deep end, they're gonna do another Midwest to East Coast tour in the fall. So you didn't get to go, but you might get another opportunity.
Maybe if I jump right on it,
Yeah.
which I'm very never able to do that.
Well, if
Jump
you're
on it.
interested, I'll just snag us some tickets because I'm not gonna make Skylar go again.
Yeah. I'm really bummed because I'm not. So I saw The Used was getting ready to tour.
Mhm.
Not a fan of them. I can't say I'm a fan of them. I've never really listened to them.
They're okay.
But Dragged Under, formerly Rest Repose,
Right.
was touring with them. They were playing the Bottom Lounge on a Saturday in Chicago. I'm like,
That's a killer day to
it
go.
was like, that's fucking perfect. Fucking perfect. It's sold out within like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's great.
But I mean, I got to check off more than one bucket list concert this year. I tried to get Motley Crue tickets the other day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay $200 to $400 to drive to Chicago and
No.
see Motley Crue with fat fucking Vince Neil
Oh man.
Who can't sing the
Poison
songs?
and fucking Def Leppard.
I'd see Def Leppard.
I love Def Leppard. Don't get me wrong, but it is one of the most poppy, overrated bands of all time. It is.
At this point,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is fucking almost 2020. Def Leppard should not be forgotten, but they should not be fucking headlining world tours. Iron
No.
Maiden earned it.
Yeah.
Did you know that God damn it, Death Leopard. It's completely blanked. Was actually a British band. I think I did. It was
Yes,
actually a
yes,
British
I
band,
did
and
know
they got kicked out of England basically.
Really?
Yeah. Basically got told to fuck off.
They were in that new
Queen's
wave. Yeah, they were in that new wave of like.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally
British
fair.
New Wave.
Queen is better.
But yeah, and like the let's say the first 6 months of, let's say the first 8 months of 2019 for me was fantastic, all highs, and then the last couple months it's been shitty because it's like, Michigan and Illinois pass the legislation for recreational marijuana. You know, Illinois starts selling basically quarter one of next year. And then, you know, Michigan, you see the numbers from their sales on the first week, they made $2 million just in taxes. In
Wow.
the first week, in 7
Wow.
calendar days, they make $2 million on taxes.
And then here we are, little Indiana. We just don't see the benefits
Well,
of.
I read an article the other day from Eric Holcomb, which his term is almost done, thankfully. Indiana, get your head out of your ass, because we are being left behind the same way that we did with fucking alcohol prohibition, and the fact that we couldn't buy fucking alcohol on Sundays for like a century.
Yeah.
It's true.
What the fuck? Do you guys remember? You guys remember going into that? Like, we know on this Sunday will be the first Sunday in our lifetimes, in our parents' lifetimes, that you can buy alcohol on a Sunday.
Mhm.
How did it change? Did we have riots in the streets? Was
No.
there more alcohol-related deaths? Maybe a few. You know, just statistically.
I was gonna say
that
the same
number's gonna
amount,
go
but-
up because it's another day that people are buying alcohol. But it's like,
Yeah, I remember everybody going out, like, just,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
we went.
I bought my beer on my Sunday.
Yeah.
I did.
Our quality of
I think
life
I did too.
Our quality of life didn't change.
No, nothing changed.
Nothing fucking changed.
Nothing changed.
And then I read this article from Eric Holcomb the other day that said, as long as the federal government says that marijuana is a dangerous drug and it's not federally recreational, I will push all legislation for recreation away from me. It will not happen while I'm in office.
Okay, Mitch McConnell.
Okay, so you've got that statement, which is disheartening in itself, because marijuana would improve my quality of life drastically.
Yeah.
It just would. I've talked about mental health on this show a lot. I've talked about my mental health and like medication, and I started my journey on this show talking about pharmaceuticals and how
Yeah.
pharmaceuticals bad. Like mental growth and the green plant good.
Mhm.
And then I introduced you to Paul Stamets, and
Now I'm like super into mushrooms. I haven't had any yet, but
the
super into
research
them.
on psilocybin and
Yeah.
all these things that that the government has vilified because this thing bad, our pharmaceutical good, and it's like you are totally ignoring as a politician here to represent your constituents in Indiana and provide the people that you're essentially overseeing with the best quality of life that you
Yeah.
possibly can. And you're blatantly saying, "Nah, fuck you." That is a problem.
Yeah.
And then there was a part 2 to that article that I read yesterday, where the three main Democrats that would oppose Holcomb for a second term, one of them is for recreational, one of them is for medical. Okay, so a win either direction there in my book.
Right.
Because if it goes medical in Indiana, I'm going to try and get it, because I think I qualify. But
I heard it's not that hard to get the medical.
third candidate, who's a Democrat, against it in any stance. No CBD, no recreational, no medical, no fucking nothing. So
Clearly, Eli Lilly's in their pocket.
let's fucking,
Oh, yeah.
let's ignore that guy totally. But it's like and this is what I was going to pitch to you as the episode title for today. It's hard to be an American.
I like that.
Just think about that statement for a minute. It is hard to be an American. We go to work. We get up every day. We go to work at whatever job. And we do that until we die. So the whole American dream in fucking 2020 at the end of the decade, at 2019, the end of the decade here, is you're going to be miserable for 40 to 70 years of your life. And then you get to enjoy retirement for however finite of a time that is, and then you're dead. We're proud to be Americans, and we can't,
Sure thing.
We can't afford fucking health care.
Yeah.
We can't like,
We can't decide on healthcare.
should I walk down the street and fucking do bumps of cocaine? No, I don't think so.
Old time doctors would disagree.
Well, it's still
Ghost in your
it's
blood.
It's still
You got ghost in your blood. Do cocaine about it.
it's still cocaine is still an anesthetic used
Yeah.
in our nation's hospitals. So it's obviously not that bad. It's not as bad as morphine.
Morphine's-
the opioid epidemic in America. But it's
Yeah.
like, it's hard to be an American. We can't enjoy our lives. We work ourselves to death, especially our generation. The most overworked and overeducated generation in history. We are more educated than every generation before us and mildly after us, because the people right behind us are fucking,
They eat Tide Pods.
I was about to
they
say
eat
Tide
fucking
Pods,
Tide Pods and
hands on stovetops.
hands on stovetops and snort condoms, and we just fucking scratched each other with an eraser and slammed quarters into our knuckles. We're fucking badass.
Paper wasps.
Paper wasp.
The cinnamon
Yep,
challenge.
cinnamon challenge.
Cracker
The
challenge.
saltine cracker challenge, which I completed.
Housing crisis.
Yes, same.
But it's like,
The housing crisis.
we didn't do that to ourselves.
No.
Which, if you follow, especially with politics right now, we've got all the Trump stuff going on. We have, as a nation, lost all credibility on the world stage.
Yeah, pretty
We
much.
are-
Yeah.
We are we are the Biff from Back to the Future.
Yeah, we're big.
Yeah,
We're
we
big
are.
and we're strong. We got a giant ego.
But we're
We have some
fucking dumb
friends.
and we're fat.
Yeah, we got some fucking friends that got our back.
Yeah.
Our little stooges.
Yeah.
But
Good
yeah, we're
tree,
big
get
and
outta
we're
here.
big and dumb.
Yeah.
And
And it's pathetic, man.
overall, you really just need to stand up to us. And
Yeah. Oh.
Then our truck goes into a patch of manure.
And then he eats 200 Big Macs. I've eaten 40 pizzas in 40
I've eaten 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. A visibly damp John.
It's like, with all the impeachment stuff going on, it's like our generation is so exhausted
Yeah.
that I don't know how much longer we can take it.
I don't think we are taking it very much anymore. I mean, we've identified the main source of the problem: boomers. Insert okay boomer joke here.
But it's not just that.
No.
Because there's the people like us that want our quality of life to improve, and then there's members of our generation that are just perpetuating the issue.
Oh, absolutely.
They
By either stagnation,
Yes.
doing nothing because they don't feel like they can do anything, or what's it matter, or they are literally part of the problem,
Yes.
continuing the problem
Yes, that
proactively.
I see I see these people. I see how these people have garnered success in their life. I'm gonna do my research and I'm just gonna copy that, and it just compounds and it just makes it worse. And I am not a Democrat. I am not a liberal.
No,
Nope.
I just want
Not either.
everyone in America's quality of life to improve. Should we maybe tone back our war machine a little bit?
oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Should
more than a
we-
little bit.
Should we hinder our military at all?
No.
No, because the moment we do, we're going to be taken advantage of. And, that bad. That no good.
Yeah, that
So,
no good.
the phrase "walk softly, carry a big stick." We
Yeah.
should always carry the biggest stick.
Yeah,
now.
but do we need these regime change wars?
No,
No, we don't.
and that is
It's just to control resources. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
what is any war based on?
Resources
It's based on either religion, race, or the control.
I was gonna say religion.
or retaliation
What?
or retaliation.
Yeah, and normally 2 out of the 3 are always involved. I've said this since I started being on the show. If you don't believe me by now, look up 3 words. American, soldier, poppy field. Look that up, and then you don't need to hear me talk anymore, because you've
Otherwise, we
validated-
wouldn't still be in Afghanistan.
you've validated my statements.
19 years later.
Yes, and realistically, hundreds of years later, because do a little bit of research and look at what we, as a nation and the United Kingdom, did to Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, all the major Middle Eastern nations after we fucking destroyed the Ottoman Empire out of the Middle East. That was supposed to be theirs, and we didn't let them have it. You know, so and then we go into and this is what made me really sad today. You know, all the I can't improve my quality of life. I'm not 18 years old anymore.
Neither am I.
Recently here I reached a point physically where I couldn't do something physically. And I had almost an out-of-body experience, like, no shit, fucker, you're almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. And it really hit me and made me feel uncomfortable. Like, I had an anxiety attack yesterday at work during this out-of-body experience, which was not enjoyable. And then I had to explain to people around me what was happening.
Right,
which makes
yeah.
it even less.
Even less.
You know, even more awkward is what I tried to say. But it's like, I read an article and I sent it to 2 people. And I didn't want to put it in our big group chat. I didn't want to put it in our fucking our network head group chat. I sent it to Buckles and Nate, and it was a Forbes review of Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And
Can I say something about that real quick?
go ahead.
Brandon Stone has been reading reviews to me all day.
Did he read this Forbes one to you?
I don't know, but he's been reading reviews, just scathing reviews, good reviews, all kinds of reviews, and like what they're critiquing and all that. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear any of it. I want to go in completely blind.
I'm the same way.
Have I not been recording this whole time?
No, you've been recording.
Skylar texted me and said we can't hear you.
Oh well, that's the stream, like the live stream audio is different from this audio, so
Gotcha.
it's coming from the webcam.
Gotcha.
So
Speak up.
Real quick, I just wanted to. She said that she couldn't hear us.
yeah, Miranda said that a little bit ago, but I've tried to bump it up.
So, I read this review and it the headline, you know, which is clickbaity as hell, but the headline is that it's the worst Star Wars movie ever.
The one he said was it was as bad as Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones.
The one that
Like-
I read said that it was worse than that.
Wow.
Really?
So I'm gonna read just a couple lines from this, just because I wanted to talk some Star Wars with you fellas tonight. And now that I've had my rant / vet session, I feel it's a good time. So,
Go a little down, go back up.
yep, we're gonna go back. Well, we're gonna plateau for a second, because this review.
That's how I live my life.
Okay, so this is from Scott Mendelson, who's been in the industry for like 35 years. He's reviewed movies for like 30-some years. He's had formal cinema, you know, whatever. He's had all this formal training, okay?
Yeah.
So I take this guy's opinion at least somewhat with validity, but Rise of Skywalker is the worst Star Wars movie ever. The Rise of Skywalker is a bad movie and a miserable finale that serves no purpose other than to reassure adult fans of the original Star Wars that they are still the chosen ones of the pop culture galaxy. Let me get past the spoilers, which I read a few of. Blah, blah, blah. It's not just that Rise of Skywalker undoes Last Jedi's "it's not your franchise anymore" metaphors, aimed at a generation that grew up loving Star Wars and then allowed 2 Palpatine-ish leaders from G.W. Bush, the George W. Bush, and Trump to come into power. For generic, don't worry, Star Wars is still the best, fans. It's that this is the only reason this movie exists. It is focused on plot over character and is written with the "we got to stop that laser" intelligence of a bad Saturday morning cartoon. When there already exists some very good kid-targeted Star Wars cartoons, Rebels, Clone Wars, etc. One cannot escape the fact that Rise of Skywalker has turned this entire new Star Wars trilogy from a kid's franchise into one aimed at nostalgic adults yearning for a time when they believed they were the most important generation. That's all I'm going to read of that.
Whoa.
Wow.
I read a few this is the only review that I have read. I have looked at Rotten Tomatoes. I've looked at the Metacritic score. I've looked at a couple of headlines, but this is the only one that I've read all the way through. And I texted that to Nate and Buckles today, and I said, hey, read this at your own risk. There are spoilers in here. If you don't want to get sad, don't read it. Because yesterday, when I finished Buckles and Nate's Journey into Comics for this week, I was at an all-time high
Yeah.
for excitement for Rise of Skywalker, and I read that this morning on my first break, and I have lost every bit of that.
My excitement's still there because we're gonna go
I am
fucking
too.
see it tomorrow.
Which I still, no one has answered me about the plans for that. I've been asking for 3 days, but
I'm gonna see it with
I
my,
guess I'll
my
just
pals.
show up, and I'll wait outside in the freezing cold. Because I don't have.
Well, I think Nick Maxon's still in the chat, so he just popped up, says joined. He maybe accidentally did it again.
He likes to accidentally do that.
He accidentally pops in from time to time. So Nick, if you're there, let us know what's going on tomorrow.
What are our plans? Where are we meeting? Are we going to fight the crowd? Are we going to get there super early? Are we going to stand in the cold with no pants on?
I
All
mentioned
these are options.
I mentioned doing a Brews with Dudes with him
Okay.
because that's what we did before
During
Solo.
the movie?
No, no.
Well, I work later than most of you, so
I'm probably gonna. It might be 4:30 for me, so
fair enough.
we'll see. We'll see
Well,
what
hopefully
happens.
We can nail down what the actual plans, because I've got Nate driving to Hammond and he's staying at my house, so I kind of need to know what the plans are.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna miss my popcorn just because we get there 5 minutes before the movie starts. I want to have all my ducks in a row.
I'm not sure if I'm doing the IMAX or not, because my buddy Alex bought tickets, but we're at the 6:30 D side, so
Cool.
I might be near you, gentlemen.
Fuck yeah, we'll get jacked.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
6:30. But I'm pretty sure it'll only be playing in the one theater.
I would almost guarantee it's playing in at least 4
Really?
to 10.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That would be the smart thing to do for them.
They can't just put it in the one theater and say, well, your wait time, you might as well start lining out the door now.
Are they gonna let me drink a beer in this movie, or
Yeah.
because Mike and I went to
They
a
should.
movie one time and they wouldn't let me bring my beer in.
That's weird.
I mean, it was a kids movie, but
They should let you bring it into any because
It's a kids movie.
but that's weird because
after,
why
like, a
sell
certain
it?
Time,
Why sell it?
like before a certain time, they can't like bring it in. So I got a
Can't
beer
bring
before they told me that.
You can't bring a beer into a matinee to watch Frozen 2.
We watched the Lego movie.
Well, God damn it, this is America.
I
It's hard
chugged
to be
it outside.
American.
It's hard to be an
I went on a
American.
whole fucking diatribe about it.
It's okay. I chugged it right before we went in.
Lit.
Okay, so to add on to this, as I struggle with words like I always do on a podcast, my brain is working so incredibly fast. Kathleen Kennedy released a statement a couple days ago,
Oh boy.
which you guys know how I feel about Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Anyone that listens to any of the shows on the Journey into Comics Network has heard me rant about her at one point. But they are done. Rise of Skywalker is the last trilogy film. There are no more trilogy films. There will be standalones and sequels. No more movies of 3. Is that a big deal? No.
No, that's fine.
It's totally fine. What if there's a story that's worth telling over 40 years again?
Well, who knows how long Kathleen Kennedy's going to be in there.
Hopefully not very much longer. 'Cause I can't stand it.
Hopefully, Mr. Jean Favreau takes her place.
Favreau needs it.
He needs it.
Favreau earned that job.
Yeah,
He earned it.
absolutely.
Give it to the man. He works well with George. George needs to be involved in Star Wars. Vilify me if you want. The fucking man needs to be involved.
He needs to be involved. Not total control, but he needs to be
Shouldn't
involved.
an actor,
I agree
and
to
he
that.
shouldn't be total director.
I
He
agree
should
to that.
produce every Star Wars film moving forward.
I agree. Completely agree.
You know what? I also agree.
Thank you.
I concur.
But after reading that short little snippet that I did, and the trilogy thing being a fad of the past now at this point, however you want to say it, what are your guys' thoughts on fucking the Rise of Skywalker? Because I'm still excited to see it at, basically as a large group, because there's gonna be a bunch of us there, and to eat my popcorn and do my thing.
And wave at Dave, because I'm gonna
Wave
find you and
Dave.
we're gonna
I'll
wave.
probably just switch seats with somebody so I can come sit with you. But,
Oh, okay.
It emotionally drained me today when I read
Yeah.
that article.
I mean, it was kind of draining hearing Brandon read a bunch of articles or reviews, and honestly, what you just said. But I'm still hopeful. I'm always hopeful with movies. Like as long as I'm entertained, it's Star Wars. I'm gonna love it regardless. I mean, shit.
That's how I feel.
I went into Solo, with all those bullshit reviews going in.
Solo was great though.
It was.
Yes.
I don't remember hearing many bad things about Last Jedi. But if you recall, all four of us,
Yeah.
you, me, Nate Brando, we all went and saw it together.
Oh yeah, we
And
had
we
a hard on for it.
and we left that theater with giant throbbers. We went on a 3-hour podcast and just
Actually longer than that.
it was 3.5.
Yep.
It was 3.5 hours,
That's
roughly.
a long boner.
A little bit longer, we would have to call our physician.
Sorry,
But
just
no,
bringing the
we
humor, the boner
gushed
joke,
about
sorry.
that movie. We gushed so hard about that movie. Fast forward a few months, everybody's like, "Yeah, it was okay."
The problem.
I enjoyed it.
The problem
enjoyed
is,
it too.
And where I think this is different, and the reason I didn't read this whole article is because it's a long one, but two, it specifically points out and describes in detail exact things that I am worried about for this movie. Describes them in detail.
Oh boy.
Every major fear that I had for this film is in that review.
Okay.
Should I take it with a grain of salt? Absolutely. But paranoid fat bearded man is now scared of what I'm going to see tomorrow because of the things that this man wrote about the movie, because they are very specific and very detailed.
Ugh. I'm still looking forward to it. I don't tend to look at reviews or ratings and stuff because I don't care about that shit. If I enjoy it, that's all I care about. I know that's really selfish, but I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I don't care what
and
this
I'm
guy
the
says.
same way too, but it's like, man, this is Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Star Wars should not make me feel this way. I mean, it just shouldn't.
Nope.
I started watching the Clone Wars with Ruby,
Nice.
and she fucking loves it.
Nice.
I kind of started watching Clone Wars, I think either last night or the night before with Maverick. And I can't tell if he liked it or not.
Ruby fucking.
He likes, anytime he sees Star Wars, he's like, Star Wars! And he asks questions like, are those, he says, form troopers.
That's pretty awesome.
And I'm like, no, those are clone troopers. He's like, so they're form troopers? I'm like, I was like, they're bad guys? I'm like, no, these are good guys. They turn bad way later. Spoiler.
Whoa.
Sorry, kid.
Spoiler alert, bro.
Yeah, Ruby asks me every day to watch The Mandalorian with Baby Yoda in it.
Yeah.
Aw.
Every day. And it's like, Mandalorian makes me feel so good. I haven't watched episode 7 yet.
I haven't either.
He did
Dude.
Right before I got
Oh my God. I was watching it and he pops up. I see him pull up and it's still going. I'm like, oh shit, I hope he's watched this. And he walks in the door and it literally cuts to black. And I'm like, nice.
Thank God. I would have left.
I'm about to watch it later tonight, possibly. I
I'm
have
gonna
wrestling
I'm
to
gonna
watch
it
after
as soon
this.
as I get home.
I just got your text, Dave.
Oh,
pretty-
from like...
Pretty close. Sorry.
God damn it,
I was
Dave.
running a little bit late. I'm sorry.
Why?
His car told me he was driving, and I. Do you get those texts, right? Where
yeah,
I
all the
argue
time.
with your car?
Yeah. He likes to yell at my car.
No, you. Yeah.
I was just running behind today because I'm
It's all
fat.
good. It's all good. Because
I'm lazy.
No, it's all
Yeah.
good, man.
I identify with that all day.
My problem is when I get home from work, my phone's always almost dead, so I plug it in, and my my cord is right by my bed. So I plug it in and I sit down in the bed, and then an hour later I'm still in the fucking bed.
Mm.
You just go masturbate instead.
Oh yeah, I had that somewhere.
Oh,
in
on the bed.
Duh.
Okay. I mean, I normally go to the bathroom or the closet.
It's just me.
Climb in my mailbox.
The sewers.
I just stuff myself into my mailbox and furiously beat my dick.
The neighbors are scared.
The mailman is a big fan.
It's hard being an American.
Oh,
That has to be the title. I love it.
I stuff
Yeah.
myself into my mailbox and furiously beat my dick, or it's hard to be an American.
That's got to be a Cardinal Dick Smash album.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Keegan.
I know he's in.
I have to get like album credits for that.
Okay. I'm sure I'll give it to you.
My name's got to be on there.
You know what really pisses me off? So the other night, I can't remember. I think it was Sunday night. I'm Jewish. I'm Polish Irish.
Ah, okay.
So it's like I'm Catholic Orthodox, you
Yeah.
know? It's like but I was actually talking about that today. I was like I read the Bible. It's called the Torah. You're calling it the wrong name.
It's actually called the Quran.
I thought it was Kieran.
The New Testament is fiction. I don't believe in Jesus, but Mary's pretty fucking cool. Anyway, so Sunday night we get the kids home. We've been to 450 North that day. All that. We didn't have anything to really make food. So I was like, "What's for dinner?" She's like, "I was just going to make that pizza in there," and the kids hadn't eaten yet. So I was like, "So that Tombstone frozen pizza, that's not going to feed all four of us. I can eat half of that myself, probably more. Okay, definitely more." So I was like, "I'm just going to order my own pizza from the Pizza Hut." I wanted a Pizza Hut pizza.
From the hut.
From the Hut.
From
Pizza,
the Hut.
Pizza the Hut.
Okay.
So
I'm following you. Pizza from Pizza Hut. Following you.
I get on pizzahut.com.
I see him pull up, and it's still going. I'm like, gosh.
Are you done?
Watch party, my man.
So I pull up pizzahut.com. It says, "Hey, you got a shit ton of points. You should redeem that for a free large pizza." So I did that. I went to checkout and it says, "Hey, you can't place this order for delivery unless you spend at least $9.99. This free pizza just cost me at least $9.99. So I start putting shit in there. I'm like, "All right, garlic knots or stuffed garlic knots. Fuck yeah. 2 liter of
You
Pepsi."
get a Cheez-It pizza? Should
I
have.
thought about it.
$5.
I considered it.
It sounds delicious. I've not had one.
It's a fucking pizza stuffed inside of a Cheez-It. It's like I stuffed myself inside of my mailbox.
And jerk off.
I wish they would do a pizza stuffed inside of a goldfish, like a giant goldfish.
sounds
You gotta
pretty
get the
inhumane.
plastic ones, though, 'cause the regular
I like the
goldfish don't
regular.
slap.
They don't slap. Oh my god.
So I'm like, okay, so I got free pizza, stuffed garlic nuts, 2 liter Pepsi.
Sauces.
Checkout.
Gotta get some sauces.
Get that sauce, dog.
Checkout. $8.98. I am $1.01 off.
Get a cup of ranch for 70 cents.
I got, and that's just the subtotal. I got to get the subtotal right because that doesn't even count the tax and delivery charge and tip. So I add another 20-ounce Pepsi. I was like, yeah, I'll just take it to work or some shit. My free pizza cost me $16. What the fuck is wrong with this world?
Domino's doesn't do that, though.
No, they
They're
don't.
back on Domino's.
Well, I usually get Domino's, but I was feeling Pizza Hut. I was feeling Pizza Hut,
Pizza's awful.
but not the hand
I don't
tossed.
think it's awful. I don't mind it.
The hand toss is good. So,
I think you're wrong.
I think you're big.
I am big.
wow. After
Big boy.
after tip,
Big boy.
I spent $18 on a free pizza.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Hey there.
Let me pay my delivery
Hey
fee.
there.
Let me tip my driver.
You should have just went and picked it up.
I thought about that, but I was in for the night, god damn it.
That's fair.
I was in.
You can still drive your car without pants.
So, for our
drive-through.
yeah, they do. Every last day before shutdown, we always have, or the Christmas shutdown, we always basically get pizza. Normally it's Buck Creek Pizza,
Oh, yeah,
if you
I
recall.
smashed that Buck Creek pizza last
This
It's
year,
good stuff.
we kind of decided we didn't want Buck Creek. We're like, we have Buck Creek every year. Let's do something else. So we decided on Domino's. Oh, they're not going to be open. Okay, well, it's either Buck Creek or this. I was like, why don't we just because we had already propositioned Jennifer, whose husband manages the West Lafayette Mad Mushroom.
Oh yeah. I saw them at Meyer the other night.
I saw them at Dick's.
They ignored me.
Really? I don't think they would blatantly ignore you.
Oh, they saw me.
No way.
We made eye contact.
Because Jennifer always asks about you.
Oh yeah.
She's like, hey, when's Tyler gonna be back on the show?
Jennifer, I'm here.
She was here earlier. I seen it.
Hi, Jennifer. I don't know you.
But I was like,
Just want to say hi.
we had already propositioned
say
her
hi.
to try and get Mad Mushroom.
Okay.
She's like, nah, it's just not gonna happen. Turns out she just didn't want to ask.
Typical Jennifer.
So I told Jacob, after Jacob Petrie, you don't know him, but I was like, hey, you need to convince Jennifer to give her husband a blowy and get him to get us some fucking Mad Mushroom pizza,
Did he screech at her until she did it?
basically.
Yeah.
Because next thing I know, Jeremiah is coming around. Jeremiah Swinford. He comes around. He's like, hey, so now we're getting Mad Mushroom. I was like, oh, so she gave in. Good.
Splitting.
Good.
Splitting.
I don't know if I told you. I stepped down as backup.
No, you didn't.
I stepped down as backup team
I've
leader.
been trying to get you to do that for fucking 2 years now.
3.5.
Well, I've only been getting you.
Yeah, that's right. I said, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. I've done it for 3.5 years. Someone else can do it because I'm not using this experience to become a team leader. I'm just doing it. And I'm just fed up with it. And I figured, a lot of people kind of give me shit for being backup team leader, thinking, oh, I'm only doing it to be lazy. So I'm just going to go ahead and take away their power and not do it.
So just find something else to jab you.
Oh, yeah, it's not hard. I do relate to Joe in that way.
Yeah. Who is Joe?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
He's on Beeline now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he volunteered to go to Beeline. That's nice. We hear that occasionally. It doesn't sound like that.
He sounds like penguin.
Penguins don't sound like that.
No, the penguin.
Majestic fucking animals.
It sounds like the
No,
penguin.
if you hear this, it's he's wanting you to ask what's so funny, or he's about to tell you what he's laughing at.
You'll smell it first.
Yeah, he's over there. Lots changed, I'm no longer backup team leader, and it's actually liberating.
The real question.
Okay, hold on. So to replace me, there were 3 people in the running: Brandon, Jeremiah, Jennifer.
Okay.
And instead of going for the one person that wouldn't be favoritism,
Like Brandon.
Brandon, she decides Jeremiah and Jennifer are going to share the position.
Okay.
It takes 2 people to replace me. What's up?
So what I was gonna say was,
Yeah.
is much like Andy Dufresne and the
The butt fucking he got.
The
no,
Shawshank Prison.
Not talking about the butt fucking this time. The influence that Andy Dufresne had on Shawshank Prison is very similar to the mark that I made on the sealer deck. And I feel like, from what people have told me, the echoes of my presence will be felt for generations to come.
It's true.
Because you'll never have another one like
No, we haven't. I mean, the closest we've got is this new kid, Logan, who just cries for help.
But his are legitimate.
I don't know if they're legitimate. I think he's just asking questions. Yours were like, I want to die. His are, what if I died?
His is the theory.
This is the
The
theory.
theory of it.
Like, here's Tyler. We have a gap in the line. There's a car coming.
You can see it.
It's
Over the
coming.
horizon.
It's coming at a rate of 1 minute 3 seconds per car.
Oh, they lowered it?
No, it's always been
I
103.
thought it was a minute 6.
It's always been 103. And he just sits there. He stares at me like, "Hey Blaine, what if I just didn't move? What if I just sat here and let this thing run me over, end it all?" What are you to do? What are you gonna do? I was like, I don't know. You sound like you want it.
One of my favorite things was
Blaine,
Hey, Blaine,
hey, just come snap my neck.
just come snap my
Just come snap my neck. And I'm like, no,
I
Tyler.
would yell at him across the sealer deck. Blaine! Gonna snap my neck! Or we'd have a gap in the line, and I'd be looking at the car, and I'd look at Blaine, and I'd look at the car, I'd look at somebody else, I'd look at Blaine, and I would just like lean back over the fucking
The line.
the line, and I'd be like, "Hey, what do you think would happen if I just let this thing fucking hit me?" And Blaine would be like, "You're not gonna move? No. I'm gonna stay right here."
One time he said, "What if I just climbed in this thing and rode it all the way?"
That's what I would want to do.
It goes into a fucking 1600-degree oven.
And then robots. Don't forget the robots.
Well, I don't know if the no, there's no robots that go inside after the Sealer 2. Just PVC, which goes under. It's all underbody. So you just have the oven to
Like,
contend
covered
with.
with fucking PVC.
Yeah, but you just have the oven to contend with.
Yeah. I could win that battle. I got into it with a Subaru guy this past weekend when I was at Subaru. Would you like me to play it out for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
do
gotta
it.
set my mic down, but I'll be loud enough that you can hear me everywhere.
Apparently the chat's still complaining that they can't hear you.
That's what Skylar says.
Yeah, it sucks. I tried.
All right, I gotta step out for a second. Just imagine Blaine and Dave, or myself and another guy working.
Okay. Okay, you're just walking in.
Guess I can't take my fucking break here. I turned and I looked at him and I acknowledged him, went back to what I was doing. Then he walks over to his coat. His coat was on a chair, and he goes, "Thanks for getting my fucking coat all dirty." And I stopped. I was hammer drilling into the concrete, and I stopped and I looked at him and I said, "We didn't get any dirt on your coat, pal. I got a fucking vacuum right underneath this hammer drill. No dust. Haven't touched your fucking coat." And my tool pouch was on a filing cabinet, and he fucking picked up my tools and went fucking through them. I came up off that fucking floor in an instant, and I said, "If my tools were in your way, I could have fucking moved them, pal. Don't touch my stuff." And he went, "I fucking moved them anyway."
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
He did this.
Kick his
then-
fucking ass.
And then he grabbed his fucking lunchbox and his coat. He went like this. And then he left. I made a guy so mad on Sunday. I made a guy so mad on Sunday that he went home.
Skylar says she's enjoying. She says I'm kind of enjoying Tyler being quiet. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
Thanks for
man.
getting my fucking coat all dirty.
That was a good story.
Really pissed
Where
me
was that at?
off. It was in Body.
Ah, is that when the fire happened?
No, that
Do you think
was
he started the fire?
probably? I would have.
We
lit him
didn't
on
start the
if I could've.
fire.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What a prick.
Yeah, it really, really, really pissed me off. Because Saturday we were working, I'm hammer drilling, doing my thing, putting anchors in the floor to help all of SIA employees' lives improve.
Mm-hmm.
This is all for them. This is all creature comfort. And he walks into the area that we were working with 3 plates of breakfast food from the cafeteria because it was breakfast with Santa Day, and everyone works on that Saturday so they can get free fucking breakfast in the cafeteria. That's
Mm-hmm.
why you sign up and work that day.
Yep.
He had 1 plate of donuts and French toast sticks, 1 plate of eggs, bacon, and sausage links, and the plate on top had 6 biscuits and so much gravy it was spilling over the side of the plate.
God damn.
And he said, "You guys ought to go get you some fucking gravy."
I kind of love that man.
That's how he said it.
Oh my
"You
God.
guys gotta go get you some gravy."
Oh man, Nate's not having it. Nate's not having fun right now.
What's the problem?
He says, "Thanks for ignoring me, Dick." Thumbs up and 3 middle fingers.
Why are we
Because earlier he said, "Blessing this pod with the return of Pod God Tyler."
pod God? I am the one God.
You know,
behind
Nate,
all the pods.
I kind of didn't ignore you. I did I didn't mention you by name, but I mentioned that you said you couldn't hear Tyler. So I didn't ignore you entirely.
I would never ignore you, Nate.
Kind of, though.
Just so you know.
I'm sorry. I don't get to talk to Tyler all that often. So when he's talking, I'm listening.
I've talked a lot this episode, and you guys need to pick up the slack.
Hey, man, it's been a while, and,
No.
and we're just letting it happen.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
Save me.
Can't wake up.
Kill me.
Grab her help. That was grab her help. But, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm going to work all this overtime
I'm working Sunday.
Huh?
I'm working Sunday.
in body shop.
Nope.
You won't see me.
Well, damn.
I'll be in body shop for the next 180 hours.
Nice. Solid.
Oof.
Yep, that's a big oof.
That is big oof.
Yep. But
Tomorrow's my last day till the 2nd.
Nice.
I asked Blaine something right before I got here. Let me get your take on it. I asked Blaine.
Sausage gravy. Oh, that's that word.
No, we're not on the gravy, Dave. We moved on from the gravy.
Sorry, I was still thinking about gravy.
Let the gravy go.
Never.
Let the gravy flow through you. But
Oh, it does.
I asked Blaine when I got here if he thought it was weird. Oh yeah.
I mean-
he's going down on Dave.
Please, someone.
I can see Dave's belly.
Yee, baby Ellie.
But I asked Blaine if he thought it was weird that I looked at fucking sex toys and sex implements for like an hour and 45 minutes on my phone today on the Wish app. Do you think that's weird?
No, I think that's real funny. I've been giggling the whole time.
That's
So
what I was doing.
just go.
I was like, I bought Skylar's very last Christmas present today. You gotta let me try that.
It was sex toys off Wish.
No, it was not. This time it was not sex toys from Wish. But I saw this thing on Facebook and I followed the rabbit hole of go to our page and watch our ad, and you know it was one of the sponsored ads on Facebook, and I just went through it and I was actually really intrigued in the product, so I bought it. And then thank you very much. I didn't mean that to be like Elvis, but
Yeah, you did.
so I bought this thing. I paid right around $30 for it with shipping, priority shipping, so not terrible. Her final Christmas present showed up at like 1 p.m. today. I ordered everything online. I didn't have to fuck with anything. And I saw this while I was at work, and I was like, she'll probably really like this. And I really wish I could say what it is, but she's watching, so I can't. So I order it, and then I'm scrolling through Facebook again, and I see the Wish app with another sponsored ad of exactly what I just purchased from a different website.
Isn't that so fucked?
Oh man, it
Yeah.
bothers me. It really bothers me, especially shit like that. Like my foreman was telling me yesterday that about the people hacking into people's rings. You know, like the Ring doorbell, like the Nest one that we have. People hacking into it and like Ring cameras and shit in your house. People hacking into it and watching you and talking to you. And it I don't know, it just fucks with my brain meat. But
It's
so
terrifying.
I start looking at this stuff on Wish, and I was like, man, I just spent $30 on this. This is like $8 on Wish, and it looks identical.
It's
And
gonna
then
be like
somehow
half.
I got into the sex toy section. And I was just like, I was doing this.
Some people have some very lucrative lives.
Just
Colorful lives.
scrolling.
Large anuses.
Large. Whoa. Whoa. A couple of them I looked, read reviews. I mean, I even read
Read
and
reviews.
shit. I was like, And then I added some stuff to a wish list. You know, like, I think I'm going to fully embrace the Wish app.
You got yourself a Sibian, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yourself.
I would just use one for my anus, yes. Wow.
Oh, I love you guys.
Dave, say something.
I've been saying things.
Say more stuff.
Like what? What do you want to hear?
Sing me a song.
No.
Wow.
Well, I
Boom.
tried.
Punk
I
rock.
tried.
Punk rock.
My shoe!
Punk rock, bitch!
You're right,
So
you got me.
Saturday night when we finally got home, you know, and when Miranda's been drinking, and we're home for the night, she'll just go to the TV because she's not ready to go to bed. So let's go to the
Party.
TV, pull up YouTube, and just listen to music. Just listen to music.
Okay.
So we're sitting there listening to music. I'm just chilling. I'm just laying down chilling, and all of a sudden, clicks in her head. It's time to get down.
Oh, I thought you meant like it's Vader time, and she like moonsaulted you, and now it's the Universal Champ of the world.
So she climbs up on top of me. It's in the middle of a Jimmy Eat World song.
Oh.
Well, it seemed newer.
Perfect. Keep
In the
your
middle.
fucking rhythm with that thing.
It's in the middle, right? It was in the
No,
middle.
it was. I think it's called 555. It was some weird. The music video was super fucking weird. I don't know. Never heard it. Not paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to the love making that's about to go down.
About to get down with the get down, as they say.
So
Do they?
He's about to jive.
time goes on,
Ooh.
and YouTube has the automatic play feature where it just goes to the next video, goes to the next
Did you
video.
get to Mongolian throat singing?
Oh
No.
my God, that'd be so hard to concentrate.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would fuck. I would fuck to Mongolian fucking throat songs.
Fucking throat
I
songs.
would fuck.
Fuck.
I would fuck with two K's and an H to Mongolian throat songs.
Fuck.
Proceed, my man.
So some time passes. Song changes.
Okay.
Okay. A few songs change. I'm starting to be like, a lot of their music sounds the same. Like this, they have like no variation in their music. Like what the fuck? Then the next song plays, and I'm like, this sounds exactly the way the last song started. Another song plays. Yeah, again, I feel like I've already listened to this.
It was the same song on repeat.
After we were done, I went to my YouTube history to just I had to know. We listened to 2 different songs 6 times each. Sometimes alternating, sometimes twice in a row.
Now he's bragging.
I was
6 times each.
6 times.
I was like,
Just so you know, those songs are 44 seconds long.
Listen to my punk anthology.
it was good mood music. It was like calm, chill stuff.
I prefer circus music when I get it down.
I don't listen to music when I fuck. But now that I have the Mongolian throat singing idea, I might.
Fucking his mom burnt him like a motherfucker the other night.
She did?
Yeah. When you were talking about like not getting laid,
Oh, shit, yeah.
and she's like, "When do you ever, anyways?" or some shit.
My mom got me good.
Mama Chips is a cold woman.
She's a delight, though.
and a
Yes.
firecracker.
She's a delight.
Yep.
I love
She
Mama
will.
Chips.
She will put you into an early grave if you let her. And you did.
Yeah.
You got burned to death.
Yeah.
Death.
Deaf.
Death.
Deaf.
Rest in death.
The whole rest of the podcast is us going deaf.
Death.
Deaf.
Death. Like that time that we did it with death.
Deaf.
Death.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I'm here.
So, like, this is December 18th.
Tis.
Tis.
Tis indeed.
Tis indeed.
Tis.
What does quarter one of what does 2020 bring for everyone?
I'm not sure yet. You know me. I'm a day by day
You're
person.
a 30% and not monetarily. You're just If I could describe you with like one very particular description, it would be a shoulder shrug.
Yeah. Accurate.
Just this right here.
Mine's more like this.
Dave, I would describe you with a like an emoji version of a bratwurst,
Yeah, that's about right.
with or without like toppings.
Oh, with topping.
Might have some onion, might have some sauerkraut,
Gotta have
maybe
that.
some mustard, maybe some gravy.
Ooh. I'm coming home to sauerkraut. Just remember. Thanks for reminding me.
Are you really?
Yeah.
My man.
Chips, chips on the side.
On the side. Yeah. I came home today and my grandparents are cooking, grandma is cooking sauerkraut and like potatoes and stuff. And like I had a late lunch from work and I'm like, I'm not hungry right now, but when I get home tonight, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
fucking
smash
smash it.
I'm gonna listen to 6 versions of a Jimmy Eat World song while I spend time with this kraut.
It wasn't 6 versions. It was the same fucking version.
Not 6 times, 12 times.
Oh, 12 times, yeah. You gotta take your time with kraut.
6 each.
Yeah.
You gotta
Take your time with the
You
crowd.
gotta get everything moist in the right areas.
Oh, you don't have to tell me
gotta
about
get
my
it
kraut,
warmed
my
up.
kraut game. Oh my
Oh.
god.
So I was talking to. It's funny that you bring this up. I was talking to one of the apprentices that I work with today, and like I don't know, it's tough because like all these like 19 and 20-year-old kids that I work with, and I call them kids even though they're grown men, but it's like they do not understand the basics of human interaction, and they also like they are the totally electronic generation. So
Mm-hmm.
like when I was a kid, I still had a fucking rotary. I had rotary phones in my house.
Yeah.
I still had that shit in my house, which I'm sure your fucking grandparents did too.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
And it's like I'm just explaining stuff to these fucking kids, and one of them is like, yeah, you know, no girlfriend. I'm just gonna, and it's like,
What does that mean?
I really don't know, but it's like one day him and we didn't have a lot going on at work, and we spent an hour and 20 minutes on Tinder. Okay, I was picking his swipes for him. Okay, that's a game that we play, and let's just say 10 of all the ones that I swiped for him reached out to him first, and they weren't bots. They were looking to get some of that sweet, juicy D, and he's like, nah, you know. And it's like, you fucking bitch and complain all the time about not getting your dick wet, and you've got fucking 10. He's like, well, none of them are really my standard. Just fucking get your dick wet. Okay, that's one. And then the other one, he's like, he's gonna propose to his girlfriend in March. She's like, she is the one that he should marry, I think. Just listening to his descriptors, and for both of them, it's like they think you should spend 2 or 3 hours of foreplay every time you fucking it's hot and heavy, and it's like that's not real world, number one.
2 or 3 hours.
And number
No.
two, and obviously that's an exaggeration to get a little bit of my point across, but it's like, yes, there should be foreplay, but sometimes you just gotta fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I remember those times.
And it's like trying to explain this to these 19, 20-year-old kids. They're like, I just play Fortnite and fucking beat my dick, and they complain about not getting laid all the time. Like, just fuck, and then you don't have to worry about it. You know? Every generation after us, obviously not including our children, but it's like they are fucked forever.
yeah.
Yeah, especially because of fork knife.
Fork knife. And
I think
foreplay.
10 to
Foreplay.
15 minutes of foreplay is good. You know?
Yeah, but you don't always have to do that.
Don't have to.
Sometimes you just gotta fuck.
It happens.
In fact, sometimes it's not right to do.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta make some love.
Sometimes
and fuck.
sometimes you just gotta fuck.
Fucking give her some smooches too.
Some smooches. Some nibbles.
I was doing Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Sorry.
remember when we did our Valentine's episode
Yes.
and we sang that?
Yes.
What? And I wasn't there to sing with you guys?
I think you were watching. Huh?
Was I?
Maybe.
I mean, if we do a Valentine's one this coming year, you'll be there.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
I would love for you to. I'll let you do a solo.
Oh shit.
But remember that time I asked him to sing on the show and he basically told me to fuck off?
Punk rock.
Like maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah.
A minute and a half. Something like that. And he told me to fuck off, basically.
I'm not your
See-
trained monkey, man.
Oh,
See, Dave and I, we've established quite the relationship.
you finna be my fucking trained monkey when I ride you like an orangutan.
I've never.
I'm
I was gonna say I've
confused.
never seen anything ride an orangutan.
Okay. So,
Battle of orangutans.
Oh, shit.
So, we went, my best friend and my wife and his kid and our Ruby, we basically established way back in yesteryear that eventually we were going to join our bloodlines. So,
You have an arranged marriage?
well, before that was, I'm gonna hook you up with my sister. Okay, tried to hook me up with his sister, didn't really work out. Turns out she's a lesbian, so that worked out for the best. You know.
Yeah.
And of course she's like family to me. You know, super sweet. Be happy, do your thing. So like for years, him and I are like, how are we have got to fucking join the bloodline somehow, because this is my best friend in the world. And then he has a boy before me, and then I have a girl. So it's like easy. We're having an arranged marriage.
You have to treat him like a goat.
Camels.
Camels.
You have no choice in this. So we 2 weeks ago we went to the Indianapolis Zoo for their Christmas light celebration to do that
Ooh.
shit. It was really nice to do it as families, and him and I don't get to spend as much time together as we need to. You know,
Thanks
he
for
works
the
in
invite.
he works in the same trade as I do. You know, the children would have been afraid of you, Dave.
That's kind of upsetting, but okay.
They would have tranquilized you and put you in with the rhinos.
That sounds awesome.
Yes, it does. It's pretty cool.
It's okay. My
Fight
my
to the
children
death.
love you.
What?
My children love you.
They do. They do.
They don't let them leave.
My child
Oh,
loves
really?
you too.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She showed me her light up boots.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, she's got light up rain boots. But anyway, so we're walking around, and all his son and Ruby could talk about were seeing each other leading up until this event, and they held hands, and they walked around the zoo together, and they told each other they loved each other.
Oh.
And at one point, Andy and I were drinking hot chocolate, and he looked at me and he's like, "We didn't have to fucking do any work here. This is just gonna happen." You know, and
Nice.
he's got another little boy. So when Skylar and I pop out another one, we'll just fucking make that happen too. Joining the bloodlines, man, it doesn't happen enough.
So if it doesn't work with the one brother, it could work
You
with
have
the other.
contingency plans.
See, you're figuring it out. You're picking it up.
Ugh.
But I mean, if Andy,
Or Ruby's just gonna go for both
or possibly
and tear apart that family.
It's gonna destroy that
I'll
family.
beat her. But if Andy was a woman, I would have just joined the bloodlines there. But sadly, he's not, and I have Skylar. So, you know,
Is that part of the sadly?
yes. Just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm not. He doesn't exist.
He said
We
just
should-
kidding.
We should join bloodlines.
If you can't hear him
I don't know
still.
how, but we'll just do it.
Well, if you have some children, Dave, I might give you my next one.
Oh, okay.
So start working on that.
Let me find some children.
Well, Mama Chip said that's not going to work out anytime soon. So
Thanks,
you
Mama
refer
Chips.
back to the burn that took place on Saturday night.
Are you feeling better, by the way?
Mostly.
Not talking about the burn. Talking about you being sick.
Mostly better. Mostly
That's good.
better.
Have you recovered from the burn yet, though? Because this is
Nope.
pertinent information.
Nope, still got that.
Well, you've got the rest of the decade to recover. So let's
Skylar
make
says,
that
"Wow." He
What-
said, "Just kidding."
Well, I need to clarify what the wow part is. Is it wow to the arranged marriage part, to basically selling our child for camels, or is it the comments directed towards you? I need to know for science.
If you need like evidence that he actually said "just kidding," just listen to the audio form of this podcast tomorrow on iTunes, Podbean,
Good
Stitcher
plug.
Radio,
Jesus
and
Christ.
Spotify.
He's been waiting the
Fucking
entire episode.
crisp.
Plug,
Fuck.
shameless, and
I haven't plugged all like half my shit yet. It'll wait. It'll come. It'll come.
it'll come.
So, I don't know, man. My brain has just been in such a weird place lately because it's like, it's euphoria all the time.
Yeah.
Because you get up, you go to work, you fucking work your ass off, you get home, and it's like, oh shit, I'm home now. Now I gotta spend time with my kid. Now I gotta spend time with my wife, and I gotta pay bills, and oh shit, here's more bills, and oh, my insurance company didn't file this right, and then I gotta do their job. You know, that's one of my biggest fucking complaints about civilized life is I've been going to see a specialist for my hand because my fucking hand does not work when my brain tells it to work, and it hurts all the time, and it's debilitating.
Yeah.
Can't do my job as effectively as I should be able to. And the first doctor I saw basically told me to fuck off. I get hooked up with this specialist who takes care of the Pacers and all the IndyCar teams based out of Indianapolis. So she supposedly is top-notch shit. She orders all these tests that I gotta go different places. I gotta drive all around the state to get these fucking tests done. I do all that, and then I got a bill the other day for basically the entirety of the tests that I've had done, and I was like, wow, that's only $300. I've got kick-ass insurance. Got a little congested there for a second.
Yeah.
And then I got another bill the following day that's like, hey, you got to pay all this because your insurance said fuck off. You know, and I'm like, I'm looking at my explanation of benefits, and I'm like, why did my insurance say to fuck off? And it's like, you didn't send this paperwork, which I sent. So I called him yesterday morning. I'm at work, and I went to my foreman, and I was like, hey, I have to make this phone call, so I'm gonna go make this phone call. And he's like, cool, go do it. I was on hold. I called them as soon as they opened. No one answered for 24 minutes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
24 minutes. And I had called the night previously and left a voicemail, and nobody called me back at 8 o'clock. So I called them at 8 o'clock. And she's like, well, give me your ID number, give me all this information. I'm giving it to her, and I said, I do not understand why this was denied when I sent you the paperwork on the 6th. I explained to her the day that I received it, the day that I filled it out, and the day that I sent it. And she's like, well, let me look at your file here. And I can hear the pretend clicks that they do, you know, customer service people do. You know, they just tap their fingers on the keyboard to make it sound like they're typing a button.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they've already got your shit pulled up at that point. And she goes, oh, I see it now. That's a mistake on our end. You're a fucking insurance company. You are not allowed to make mistakes.
No.
This is people's fucking livelihoods.
Yeah.
I agree.
It is a fucking week before Christmas. And you're telling me that I owe you fucking $300 to $500 on Christmas. Fuck you, man. And I said, okay, so the bill is due this day. At what point is this going to be taken care of? How quickly? Because I'm not going to get a fucking collections notice because I didn't pay this by this day. And I'm not paying it, period. And I'm not paying a fucking late fee. So how fast is it getting done? And she's like, well, because of our system, it will be put in today, and then the case will be reopened on Friday, and then we will submit payment probably after the holiday. And I said, you're telling me that this isn't going to take place before it needs to take place. And she's like, well, no, there's a chance.
Rage.
Ugh.
Rage. Just pure rage.
I'm a Sith. I deal in absolutes. Tell me when it's being opened. Tell me when it's being paid. Because that is your fucking job. I am in miserable, debilitating fucking pain. And all I am to you is a fucking bill. And that infuriates me. And that gets back to our problems with healthcare in America.
It's hard to be American.
It's hard to be.
It's hard to be an American.
Yeah. That was my first half of the day yesterday. I was fucking furious.
As one should be.
Yeah, no,
You guys
totally.
know how it is, though. You go to fucking urgent care. It's a little bit different than you because you get free health care, and I do too. But you know what I'm saying, though. It's like you work so fucking hard to like be an upstanding member of society and pay your bills on time and pay your taxes and not live outside of your means and, you know, not be a fucking criminal. I'm a contributing member of society, and I feel like I don't fucking belong in it.
Yeah.
Star Wars, they have the fucking inner rim, the outer rim. The people in the inner rim, or the outer rim, just live their fucking lives. The government has no place in it. We need places in America where you can get a fucking way from the government. Legally.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just go live over there, and then you do your own thing. Like, obviously there's still laws, and you exist, but, like, you're too far away, and we really can't fuck with you. So,
Yeah.
Hawaii and Alaska should be the fucking outer rim.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got got so violent.
It's just all.
No.
Sorry, I got so violent there. Like the
You're
lady,
fine,
the lady
you're
on the
fine.
phone was incredibly helpful, and I felt bad for being a dick to her. It's one of the few times that I feel bad about being a dick to somebody that's customer service when they're helpful. But it's like, again, this is people's fucking livelihoods, man.
Yeah. Well, that all goes down to healthcare reform.
It's just.
It boils down to healthcare reform, and we got to get it. Whether I should.
Orange Man has to go.
Yeah.
And I regret in the beginnings of this podcast,
The dear leader.
I mildly defended the Orange Man
Yeah.
because I at least wanted to give him a chance.
Yeah.
Because everyone deserves a chance.
Right.
He said some fucked up shit in the beginning. Cool. Let's move on from that.
Let's see what he does with policy.
Bam. That's what I wanted to see, and he showed me what I needed to. The Orange Man needs to go.
Yep.
The fucking white-haired anti-gay man right behind him needs to go too.
Yes,
the
he
majority
does.
of our fucking government needs to go.
Did you see the article I shared? It's like Mike Pence says he will not don gay apparel,
Yes.
Oh, I get
and there
it.
will be no falalala.
Now we are gay apparel. Nope, not happening.
I will not don my gay apparel.
Strike that from the record. And there's a lady, fucking a stenographer behind him, like,
I have to do it.
get rid of that shit, you know? God, it's so fucking, it's, I hate to keep saying it, but it's fucking hard to be an American.
Though that generation is leaving, they're getting older. They're gonna be out of
But
office.
here's the problem.
But then we still have Matt Gaetz.
Here's the problem. So we got that, for sure.
God.
But you have us. We have to survive that
Yeah.
group of people
Yeah.
to be able to finally be happy.
Unless somebody introduces term limits, which they need. No politician should be career.
It's not gonna happen.
No politician
And
should be
even if
career.
even if it happens, it won't matter.
Nor should they be paid as much as they're fucking paid. It's supposed to be a voluntary thing for the people, by the people.
That's not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
Corporate America is not our business system; it's our government.
Exactly fucking right.
So, do I love capitalism? Yeah, I do. I love being able to buy what I want, where I want, when I want. I love the free market system. Do I love children on the street dying because they have no health care and no food?
Yeah. Capitalism only works if the wealthy don't hoard their wealth.
Yes. Do I love the fact that, and I hope you're not in here, Nick, because I'm going to mention his name, Jeff Bezos. Do I love the fact that Jeff Bezos paid $0 in taxes for Amazon last year?
Even if he paid even if he paid taxes, it would be nothing
Nothing.
on his wealth.
Nothing.
He got a divorce, lost half of his wealth, and he's still the richest man in the world
Yeah.
by
So-
tenfold.
I've done a lot of research on wealth disparity in America, which in itself is not really like an actual thing. If you do the research, it's not really there. It's statistics thrown one way or the other to weight the scale. So it looks really, really fucking awful on paper. When you have the top 1% in our nation contains more wealth than the 99% of the rest of the world, that's a lot of big figures that get thrown around. It kind of puts it in perspective. But if people don't understand the division between a billionaire versus a millionaire. Okay, if I have $1 million and you have $1 billion,
I got $100. You got a penny.
I have a penny.
Yep.
And people don't. It's hard to explain that to people to get them to understand. Like even if you throw that out there, I've got $100, you got a penny. People don't grasp it. Like they have so much money, they could pay for everything in America at the current rate of return they have on all their investments, and never run out of money.
Mm-hmm.
As far as private venture stuff, I'm not talking like the fiscal deficit and all of our government spending, and I won't exposition too much longer, but it's like, if a millionaire has a penny, what the fuck do I have? I've made over $100,000 a couple times in my life, and I didn't even have a penny. That's a problem.
That's a huge problem.
I didn't have a penny, and I was still moderately struggling.
'Cause,
Right.
I mean, let's just again look at Mr. Bezos. He's got all that wealth, yet the employees for his company don't have jack shit
Anything.
they basically don't have rights while they're working.
Yep.
Like they work in the shitty conditions, aren't paid jack shit.
That changes when you unionize.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
And
it does.
all of Subaru's policies are based on union policies, just in case anybody wants to defute that. If you have union opposition there at the Subaru,
That ain't gonna happen though.
all your shit is union already. You're just not unionized. You're not a part
Yeah.
of the UAW. But that's what you got.
I'm not opposed to it. It's just not gonna happen
Well,
at
it's not gonna
Subaru.
happen in Subaru.
At
not
Subaru.
I'm
That's what I
talking
was saying at Subaru.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking like there are laws in place, so you have the right to unionize, and our government is, especially with the current administration, they're going around that and punishing people for trying to organize, and it's fucking wrong. And if you disagree, sorry, I have a say in how much money I make, and you probably don't.
Yeah.
You get told what you make. I negotiate for it.
Yeah, I wish we would have had some negotiation with how because we got an announcement for a Christmas bonus. Instead of the full timers usually getting their Christmas bonus increased. Okay, I'm not going to complain about not getting more money because I got a hefty amount. That's not the point. The point is that they decided that the turnover rate was so bad with the temporaries and such that they were going to do more. They were going to give them Christmas bonus, sign-on bonus, staying on bonus, totaling in $3,000.
Okay.
That they were going to have a hiring spree. Instead of waiting in line, you're now entered into I think it's 180 day, or no, 18 month period as a temporary.
Wow.
Instead of just waiting for your number to come up, which usually takes 2 to 3 years.
That's great.
So yeah, good for them, but it's like you could have done something for the employees that are already here working our asses off as well, that have earned our spot. You could have done a little bit. They did nothing. They just gave us our normal thing. I mean, it was the same as last year, which was an increase from the year before.
Right.
Cool. We stayed the same. Status quo remains.
But they are essentially doing something for you though, because the people around you, the quality is going to.
Hopefully. So the funny thing about those sign-on bonuses, it's a contract. You have to stay there at least a year. If not, you have to pay that back.
Right.
Good for them.
Yeah, it's smart on their part.
So, I don't know. A lot of us just didn't agree with it. I've held my tongue about it.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's getting steamy over there.
I love Dave.
I love you
Dave.
guys.
Dave
I
is
love
one
Dave.
of my favorite people.
Oh,
Same.
I love you, Tad. Oh,
We've all said
guys.
that. We have all said that.
Guys.
America needs to be more like Dave.
No.
America needs more Daves,
Don't
like
get-
clones
do
of Dave.
more with your life than what Dave
No,
does.
just hear me out here. America needs. It's hard to be an American.
It's hard to be an American.
America needs to be more like. Americans need to be more like Dave.
Good. Loving.
Don't get involved in shit that doesn't involve you. Worry about yourself, and just be a good fucking person.
No.
Don't shit on other people, and just do your own thing.
Dave is all of those things.
You might be struggling, sure. We all do. Lift each other up. Be more like Dave
that's
and less
Dave.
like Tyler.
That's Dave.
Oh, God damn it, guys. I love you all.
Weren't we talking last week about how you can't handle compliments?
I can't handle it.
That's why I brought it up. I had to continue the trend from last
I
week.
can't do it.
I do have to admit, the whole time Blaine was complimenting you last week, I was masturbating.
Good. In the mailbox.
Just, I was watching you squirm and be uncomfortable at the compliment, and I was like, now's my chance.
It was very pleasant to have you in the comments last week.
Where's that mailbox?
I'm gonna get my neighbor's mailbox today. That fucker's brick. But it's warm in there.
It'll retain my heat.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, this is news. I'm probably gonna have class again next year on Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay,
So.
cool. We can keep
I'll
Dave
have to
longer.
choose the day.
I'll be here.
I'll be-
There for you.
Yeah. See, he sang. I got him.
I'll be there for you. I love that song.
These 5 words,
I swear to you.
You know who
Breathe
I
the water, be the air for you. Come on. I'll be there for you.
You know who I wish would tour more than Crew, Leopard, and Poison?
Kenny Rogers.
White Lion.
White
White
Lion. Holy
Lion.
shit.
You know why I want White Lion to tour?
Hmm.
I want them to fail. I want no one to buy their tickets because I remember when I was a teenager, I'm watching TV, I'm watching fucking like VH1 Top 100 or Behind the Music or something. I'm watching TV and it's like, okay, commercial. Okay, just gotta get through this commercial because I'm in some juicy stuff. I could probably go beat off in this time frame, but like, I'm dedicated. And then you see the buy this album now with the 20 greatest hits from the 80s. And White Lion is one that's always highlighted.
Yeah.
Why? They had one song.
What even was that song? I don't
I
even.
don't remember, but it was bad.
Jesus
Look at
Christ.
that waveform.
Yeah.
God, fucking White Lion.
You know who does rule? Great
Skid Row.
White.
Great White. Skid Row. Fuck yeah.
Skid Row does fucking rule.
Not so much Sebastian Bach, but Skid Row as a whole.
Skid Row. Okay, so I got into this debate the other day with somebody at work, and it was like, you know, we were talking about greatest bands of the era. When the children cry.
I don't
Yeah.
know that song.
Yep, that was it.
It's White Line.
God, fuck.
Monster Ballads.
Is that?
I remember
It was
those.
Monster Ballads.
I remember Monster Ballads.
But we were talking about.
It's forever. Fuck Kiss.
Every rose has
Watch your
its
fucking tongue.
thorn. I got my cowboy hat.
I
and
hate
my
Gene Simmons, but
ball.
watch your fucking tongue.
What'd you say?
I hate Kiss, but I love Ace Frehley.
I said I hate Gene Simmons, but watch your fucking tongue about Kiss.
Kiss fucking sucks, bro.
Watch your fucking tongue.
Kiss fucking sucks.
You fucking suck.
I don't.
That's the meanest
don't
thing I've
suck.
ever heard
No.
Dave
You
say.
don't suck.
Kiss fucking sucks.
That is the literal meanest thing I've ever heard Dave say.
You shut up, it's a classic! And part of every day.
Yeah, anyway, so we're talking about like the greatest bands of like every generation and what band had the most influence on the following generation, and it was a really, really good conversation. And we got to talking about Guns N' Roses and
Gross.
how Guns N' Roses could have been everything that Metallica is.
Oh yeah, if Axl Rose wasn't Axl Rose.
Okay, so Guns N' Roses, GNR could have been the greatest musical thing of all time, the way that Metallica is. They could have been right there neck and neck, because I don't think anything GNR would have done would have affected Metallica at all, because Metallica just did what Metallica does.
Yeah.
But Skid Row could have been that and anything more than GNR could have.
Yep.
They were that good.
Skid Row's great.
And then, for a lot of the same reasons that GNR didn't really last much longer than a decade, Skid Row just fucking fell to the wayside.
Well, didn't Axl Rose just like up and leave?
Yes.
He just fucking disappeared.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, he's like, "We're writing a new album. It's called Chinese Democracy." And then 10 years later, that came out.
Got it.
And that album was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's doing.
And he had Buckethead.
And now he's doing fucking. Was doing AC/DC for a while.
That sounded great.
No, it didn't.
It sounded great. I listened to it. It sounded
AC/DC
great.
is also the most overrated band of all time. But I've talked about that at length.
It's up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I have a lot of love for Skid Row.
Yeah.
And it's sad because you've got a fucking what could have been a Titan.
Oh yeah, they were up there with fucking Pantera at the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were touring together all the time.
Yeah.
It was Pantera, Anthrax, and fucking Skid Row.
I was gonna bring up Anthrax. I think Anthrax is very underrated.
I
Yeah.
agree totally. I think as much as I love Pantera, and I'm sure someone is gonna fucking nail me to the wall for this, Pantera. I mean,
I think I know what you're gonna say,
they're
and
not
I
super
agree.
Great.
No, they had their hits,
They had their hits.
and they had some really fantastic songs throughout.
Yeah, they're pretty okay.
But as a
Fuck
whole,
Phil.
yeah.
Fuck
But
Phil.
as a whole,
You know
meh.
why most of the people like Pantera? Because
Dimebag.
Dime Dave. Because Dime died.
Yeah.
That's why people like Pantera.
Well, they liked
The
it.
same reason why people like fucking Nirvana. Well, you know, I heard this song "Smells Like Teen Spirit," and then this fucking Kurt Cobain guy, he didn't commit suicide. He's actually fucking murdered. And then I love this band.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I fell in love with Pantera in roughly around 2006,
Oh, we talked about it.
and I didn't know Dime died.
I know. I'm
At
just
the
saying,
time.
like, as a whole, Pantera is not as good as it's made out to be.
As a whole, yeah, absolutely.
As a whole. The same
I'd agree
way
to that.
What's that?
I'd agree to that.
Thank you. The same way that AC/DC isn't necessarily as good as it was made out to be either, because every song is the exact same.
Yeah, even the hits.
Even the hits. It's the same song.
It's at least the same drum beat.
Yeah. And most of the guitar riffs are the fucking same too. But I digress. But then you've got Skid Row, which they could have been it, and they fucked it up, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not very familiar with Skid Row,
Oh,
but I know at
18
least
and
enough.
Life to go.
God, that is a banger.
God,
I at
It
least
slaps.
your
know.
priceless time.
I can at least deduce that Sebastian Bach had about 90% of why they didn't
I wouldn't say
succeed.
90%, a good amount for sure.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking dickhead.
He is a dick, but he's also. I remember watching the VH1 shit in the early 2000s.
Do you remember the the super group? That was 2006 Metal Month when I got introduced to Pantera. It was VH1 metal month of May, and they did the super group, had Ted Nugent, Scotty Ian, fucking Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard, Jason Bonham,
Yeah.
and Sebastian Bach. They created a super group called Damocracy. And Sebastian Bach was a total dickhead during the entire show. My favorite thing was when Ted Nugent woke up before everybody, and he's like, "What the fuck's this? Everybody's still sleeping." So he just plugged in his guitar, and started fucking jamming in the fucking mansion they were in, just destroying everybody's eardrums while they slept. So Scott Ian and I think Evan Seinfeld decided, well, fuck him. So they put all their stacks right up against his door and just started jamming.
I love me some Scotty.
Yeah, Scott Ian's a fucking man.
Old Sweaty Teddy is a fucking nut job,
Yeah, now.
but I fucking love Sweaty Teddy,
Musically? Yeah.
just in general. I like Sweaty Teddy.
He's fucking nuts.
Yeah, he's...
Some of the stuff that he says is not nuts, though.
Sometimes.
You
You gotta
gotta
really weed through it.
No, you don't have to try that hard.
Mm.
But what that man does for conservation is incredible. So his conservative beliefs and the things that he says to garner attention, I ignore because he actively does shit that matters. Like
Yeah.
conservation.
Yeah,
So,
I can agree with that.
but I remember watching this VH1 like behind the music of Skid Row, and it was Sebastian Bach. Like the majority of the show was just him because no one else wanted to talk to him or be involved in it because of him. He's like, yeah, man, we fucked it up, and like more so than anything, I fucked it up, and it was really genuine. You could tell that it wasn't like I'm getting paid to do this show, so I'm gonna put my heart out on the fucking street and everyone can run it over, kind of thing. Like it was when fucking the Motley Crue one was on.
Yeah.
Vince Neil, I just ate fucking 28 Whoppers.
The hilarious
all
thing
over
is,
bad cheese.
he's so fat even after the surgery. He got the surgery and then got fat again.
Yeah. It's like, I've got that fucking, got my guy lights. Fuck, my dick is fucking that big.
Some somewhat works.
It somewhat works. I gotta shoot myself with a shot of adrenaline to get it up. God, that poor bastard, man. Motley Crue had one good song too, by the way.
Without You.
Livewire.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's their one great song.
And Without You.
I like Kickstart My Heart.
Smoking in the Boys' Rooms is pretty good.
And Without You.
Okay, I'm gonna rephrase that. They had two great songs.
Home Sweet Home.
Livewire and Shout at the Devil. Those are the two great
Yes, they are. And also Without You.
songs. It's a good song.
It's a great song.
Okay.
Kickstart My Heart.
It's an okay song.
Dr. Feelgood.
That's not a good song.
That's a great
It's,
album.
it's definitely not a good song now. Not when you watch Vince Neil sing it live.
It's a good album. It's got Without You on it.
Keegan made me watch the video of him on their final performance, 2015.
Yep.
And it was just Vince Neil just flubbing lines.
God, it's so bad. So rough. So rough.
So bad. What did you think of that Juicier Than Thou?
It was very tasty.
Yeah.
Was it juicy?
No, it was pretty dry.
Really? I thought it was juicier than thou.
My dick is juicier than
Gross.
that. Pow!
Papaya.
All right, you guys ready to end this?
Pow! Pow!
Pan.
We ready?
Pan.
We ready to take this home?
Pow!
Ah.
Pow.
Watch
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you saying pow? God damn it.
pow. I do have one quick thing.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
That I want to say before we exit. My favorite comedian of all time. I think one of the most influential people in comedy of all time, and one of the most missed missed members of all the comedians ever. Today is the 20-year anniversary of Chris Farley's death.
Oh, wow.
David Spade posts a very, very heartwarming article a little bit ago. It was 20 years ago today the world lost Chris Farley. David Spade says he still misses the comedy legend like crazily, blah, blah, blah. David Spade is going on. He's made a bunch of Instagram posts today talking about how much he misses Chris Farley.
Oh.
And if you watch the Adam Sandler
yeah.
special, and then you watch Adam Sandler's song, which, it gets me because I obviously am not Chris Farley, but, like, a lot of my inner monologue, my comedy is fucking... when I was a kid, I wanted to be Chris Farley. That's the comedy that I want, and that's...
Fat guy in little coat.
A fat guy, little coat, fucking living in a van down by the river. I yell a lot. I'm a fat guy in a little coat most of the time.
I get you full on, man.
And then
I embrace that fat guy comedy because of him as well.
You look at how this man touched other people's lives, and it wasn't even his comedy. It was just how genuine of a person he was between Sandler and David Spade and fucking what's his name? Oh, he's stepping game.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, thank you.
Rob Schneider.
And just everyone. Chris Farley made a lasting impression on people's lives for a reason. So
He did.
R.I.P. to, in my opinion, the funniest man alive.
Rest in
Ever.
peace. I agree.
My boy Chris Farley.
Lots of things.
He's up there with some of the funniest. I agree.
George Carlin.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor is definitely up there for sure. Watch Eddie Murphy Raw, and you will put Eddie
Oh my
Murphy
God.
up there too.
Yeah.
Raw and Delirious. Delirious is good
Yeah,
too.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
We're all just looking at each other. I think it's time to stop.
This has been
It's
a
been
great time. It's been a
It really
blast.
has.
Sorry I took control and just talked a lot.
You do that.
I do.
No, it's okay.
No, I thought it was great. Sorry to talk a whole lot. I've been dealing all day today, but dealing with this tension type headache. It hasn't been real bad, and then I start coughing and just it feels like it's my brain is just squeezing. Just
you want me to massage
squeeze
your
it.
nipples?
Yes. Please do.
I hit the talk button on my Nest so my wife could hear that as she was getting the mail. Okay. Oh, well, I thought that was going to be funny, but it didn't play out. Calculated risks.
Bummer. Ended up being funny, at least for us.
I appreciate it.
I like the humor immensely.
I like it when your brain meat doesn't hurt.
It's hurting a little bit now. It's starting to hurt.
I
more.
like it when you're 100%.
Oh, I'm never 100%. And that's okay. Oh.
And that's okay.
We start purring like a walrus. Keep doing that.
Purring like a walrus.
The sun's getting real low, big man.
Oh, no, God. Look at the flowers. No shit, I'm getting shot.
I understood that reference.
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
It's time.
Dave, do your plugs. Plug your shit.
Plugged. Oh, let me plug something.
Yeah,
Just
plug
say
something.
plug. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Dave and the Linders. I'm not going to give anything away, but if you're fans of them, keep being a fan of them. There might be
They're
some
great.
things coming up.
They're great. Go see them if
They-
there's things coming up.
There might be things happening for Dave and the Linders, and Tyler is poking me in my hole in my pants.
Is Dave and the Linders gonna beat band number one's record of most shows after the random band challenge?
I think
Maybe.
I think they may not beat the most shows after the random band challenge, but I think they pretty much already just beat band number one in the fact that they're a better band.
Much better band.
So
Absolutely better
Hey,
band.
all my friends were in that band.
I mean, hey, but like I'm the only friend that you have that really matters,
That's true. That's true.
and like you're a better band.
Hey, fun fact. So did I tell you about Joe? He joined the random band challenge this
Yes,
year.
and then didn't go.
Yeah, then he quit. So he got replaced by Mike Smith, which he quit his band because he wasn't in a band with Mike Smith.
And then Mike
Wait,
Smith.
Joe quit his band?
Yeah, no, he quit the random band.
Oh, okay.
He quit his random band because he signed up so he could be in a band with Mike Smith, knowing completely well it was random.
Hence the name.
Yeah. He didn't get in the band. He decided, we all convinced him to try it out. I was like, all the people in your band, they're wrestling fans. You're a wrestling fan. You'll all get along. You'll probably write some fucking songs about wrestling. Sure enough, they wrote a bunch of songs about fucking wrestling
And farts.
and farts. They went on stage, did a wrestling act, and Mike Smith was in it.
I was talking to Mike afterwards because I rarely get to see Mike on drums. I see him, but it's behind me.
Yeah.
And he plays a lot heavier stuff in Fart Foundation, and that's Mike's like wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So just watching him just fucking get it, and like the faces he makes, I loved it.
I was really paying attention to Christopher playing guitar.
His first time
It was his
ever
first time
on
on
stage.
stage, and he killed it.
Yes, he did.
And I'm saying it now. I think I'm gonna ask if he wants to start a band.
Ooh,
What are you gonna do?
Vocals, which is
only
why
30% of them.
Well, if you need a kick-ass kazoo player, I know one.
Maddie has an electric kazoo, and I really want to borrow it for a show.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have specifically not entered into the random band challenge because of lack of electric kazoo. And you're telling me that I could have been a part of this momentous occasion
Yep.
with said electric kazoo?
Yeah.
What in tarnation?
But yeah, plug in that. Also,
that.
just want to plug Dungeons with Dudes.
Dungeons with Dudes.
I'm still on that show.
I need to be on that show.
Yes, you do. It's a great show. You can catch them on the Journey to the Comics Network.
Oh yeah.
Also, check out the D-List podcast
D-list podcast.
on the Journey to the
So
Comics Network.
last Friday, you texted me.
Yes.
You said, "Hey man, I really need a huge favor. We had a guest drop. I need you to be on the show. I was like, and my heart sank because I was like, I had my Saturday completely planned out. I had shit I was gonna do, but I was like, I can't turn him down because
Aw.
he has pulled through so hard and coming to help me out on Podcastrophe and Tyler's sabbatical. I was like, I can't tell him no. So my only response was, how long is the movie?
And then at that point we had another
Yeah,
guest.
Yeah, he's like, never mind. Somebody already answered me. I already got a guest. I was like, perfect. I was
Which
like,
I appreciate though.
You were my alternate.
what?
I asked him.
He asked me first,
Ah,
but I was at work.
Yeah. And then John asked our buddy Steve, who was on the previous episode. So Steve's
Okay.
in 2 in a row.
nice.
It's cool. Steve knows what he's talking about. He's a cool
Nice.
dude. Knows shit about movies. But check it out, D-List Podcast.
I've enjoyed what I've listened to so far.
Oh, thank you.
So I took a lot of pride and accomplishment in the fact that I helped you get the podcast on the internet.
You might have to tell me again because I apparently did it wrong again.
Okay. All right. I will do what I can.
I apparently did it wrong again.
And Tyler, you got a show you can
Yeah,
plug.
I'm gonna plug Journey into Comics.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
catch us
plug
on the
that.
Journey into Comics Network every Monday. We talk lots of Mandalorian and stuff for all your nerdy needs.
Boy, you're gonna have some shit to talk about on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do that because I start my shutdown on Saturday. So it's probably gonna be a late episode Sunday.
Yep.
Whew.
And somehow we gotta do like a round table thing for Poor 360.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be a part of that. But
I don't think I'm gonna be able to as
I
well.
think what I'm gonna do, Nate and I have an internet date when I get home from this. I think I'm gonna pitch to Nate. Everyone record like maybe 30-minute little intervals.
Mm-hmm.
Post Rise of Skywalker because we all can't get together and do it the way that we want to do it. So everyone do little 30 to 45 minute intervals, and then we just compile those all together like we did with Infinity War.
Okay.
I think that worked really, really well. And this time it won't be like 15 people, so it might be a little bit easier to do. So if you see Rise of Skywalker, and I'm specifically talking to you two, and you can't record Thursday after the show with us, record something through the weekend. You know, even if it's a quick, short 5 to 10 minute thing, record it.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk to Nate
I'll do
about
my
it.
best.
I'm going to do that, but like when you guys listen to it, it's just going to be just farts.
Oh, why though?
It's for fun.
Yeah, but that's how I think the movie's gonna be, and you just made me sad again.
Well, no, I was trying to bring it up because
Fuck off,
farts are
dude.
funny. Fine, fuck me.
I will if you need me to.
At this point.
Apparently, I hear you're in a dry spell.
All right. Let's end this. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Tyler,
Yeah, thank you, Tyler.
for coming back.
Don't get used to it.
I
I'm
won't.
already used to it.
Fuck. God.
Here I am, the dickhead. I won't.
The Wish app. You need a new phone? 30 minutes remaining to get a $106 iPhone. Leave me alone.
But again, Tyler, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
It's been good. It's been good to sit here and chat with you.
Yeah, this has
It
been
was
a
good to sit and chat
blast.
with you before the show. You know, I
That's why
needed
got
that.
here early.
I needed that.
Waiting for slow Dave.
Yeah, what the fuck, Dave?
Slow.
We could have spent more time together, and you ruined it. You picked it up.
I don't like this fucking attitude that's
You
come out of
picked it up
fucking
in
nowhere.
broad daylight, and you scratched it. Name that movie.
God.
I got
It's
nothing.
The Ringer.
It is
God,
The
you're
Ringer.
pathetic, both of you. I'm just kidding. You're not pathetic.
Dave, I love you.
I love you too. Thanks for having me on again.
Thanks for always being here, man.
Do what I want for my pals.
He's
No.
typically always here
But he's not old.
on occasion
He's got about the same track record I do.
for the whole year.
Pretty much, actually.
In the last 3 or 4 months, the whole year.
Yes.
Pretty
You're
much.
getting into semantics here, Blaine.
Yeah, I know. Either way, I'm glad to have you both here. I'm sure the listeners are glad to have you both here.
I hope so.
'Cause
We
it's
love
been
them.
fun. It's been fun. It's been a good time, and I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys for listening. You already heard the pre-roll, so you know where to get us. I did find an interesting thing because somebody handed me their iPhone today.
Is there a picture of your deck on the internet?
No, But I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of this moment and subscribe them to Podcastrophe.
I did that the other day at work too.
And so I searched Podcastrophe in the Apple Podcast thing. Didn't come up. So I was like, what the fuck is this? I got on Jennifer's phone. See if she was subscribed. She is, but it's under JICN. So I went ahead and changed that in the settings and all that. So hopefully, if you're not subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts, you can now by searching Podcastrophe. If you haven't, if it's not coming up with Podcastrophe, try JICN. All one little thing. It's JICN, and it should come up. So hopefully it changed. If not, you know how to get it now. So please subscribe, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching if you're still here.
Yes.
You can check us out live every Wednesday. I don't know if we're going to do a live show next Wednesday, given that it's Christmas.
I would say probably not.
Yeah, it's probably
gonna
not
be-
going to happen, but I will have something recorded in audio form for next Thursday. I'm going to try something new that might end up being like a bonus mini series. So look out for that, and do your best to make every day a big dick day.
Yeah. Wrong show, but yeah.
Bye, guys.
You have to do that. You go.
All right, thank you, live stream. So, Skylar, Miranda,
It has been too much fun.
it's been real.